All right, YouTube. So, as seen in the last video, I have completed this diorama. It's done. It'll be up on eBay tomorrow, which is Sunday the 19th. It's gonna go. It'll start at 99 cents, no reserve. Shipping is probably going to be about 40 on this one because there's going to be a lot of extra care in the packaging. But 7-day auction, 99 cent starting bid, no reserve, and I probably won't go for. I'll probably just go 30 on the shipping, and then if it ends up costing more, I'll just pay the difference. But the difference in this diorama and some of the others that I've eBayed is I built this one knowing that it was going to be shipped because I built it with the intentions of selling it. So what I've done, because I'm going to ship it, the telephone poles are going to have to be installed by the buyer, as is this light and the basketball hoop. Nothing is going to be attached to the board except this concrete fence and the concrete fence back behind the basketball hoop. Everything else that goes vertical is going to come off. Also, the fire hydrant is attached, but that's not going to be an issue. But I made it so that the fencing, the chain link fencing, is removable so that whoever purchases it, if they want to do photographs or videos, you just take the fence off and then you have a whole new angle. Same thing with this chain link fence here. It just simply comes out and you have a whole new angle. And it actually doesn't look bad without the fence either. I mean, it's still pretty nice looking. But the big difference in this diorama and all the others that I have sold is that this one is going to include everything in the pictures in the listing except for the people. The people are the only thing not included. So what that means is that the cars are going to be included. The snowplow, the dumpster, the tires, the tree, which is a scratch made, handmade tree. I made the tree by hand, sculpted out of 26 gauge wire. The car is custom weathered and clear coated. All of the green light accessories are weathered. Some of them are even painted. The basketball hoop, which isn't the greatest, is scratch made. The building is scratch made. So tons of hours in this diorama, especially when you factor in the weathering of the car and the accessories, because the building is made out of styrene. The tree is made out of wire. The basketball hoop is made out of brass and styrene. And telephone poles are just made out of wood and thread. And then the board. So lots of hours in this diorama. And whoever gets it, whoever wins it, will have to install all of the uprights. So all the telephone poles, this parking lot light here, the basketball hoop, the tree. The tree is easy because it just stands up on its own. It has the roots. So the tree will stand on its own. You can put it wherever you want it, but I made the diorama specifically for that spot there to have a tree. But, you know, when it's yours, you can do what you want with it. There is a lot of detail on this diorama. It's one of the more detailed that I've done. If you look closely just in this shot alone, you can see a lot of different details going on. The retaining wall in the background was basically hand sculpted and carved and painted. So that's basically it. Then over here, you have a paved road that runs along the side of the shop. And then in the shop, there are areas for parking. Because this is basically an old auto shop or lube shop. It's basically kind of the inspiration for the build. So yes, you have the paved lot, but you can also park a trailer or a vehicle here, as well as back here. You know, you could put a camper. There's a lot of cool things that you could do. If you want something to display your diecast or to photograph it or to shoot video, this would be a really good diorama. So those of you that go back on the channel, I'd be curious what the consensus is as far as like a ranking. But for me personally, this is definitely a top 5 in my opinion. And probably I would even put this in my top 3. It's very rare that I make a diorama and feel like all it needs is one tree. Normally I would feel like I got to put a couple more trees to bring it more to life. With this diorama, the one tree that it has is more than enough. It maybe doesn't even need that because there's just so much other detail. So whoever gets it, just be aware you're gonna have to do a little bit of installation, which the hardest part of that is going to be the telephone poles because I've already threaded them. So as long as they don't get tangled, it shouldn't be too difficult. The threads are not attached to this one. This one can slide back and forth, but they are tied off at this one and they are tied off at this one. So you can see here the holes that they are in are basically temporary and they have not been glued down. But when you get it, all you need to do is just put a dab of Gorilla Wood Glue in the holes. And I would not glue the middle one. I would glue that one last. I would glue down the two ends, taking the slack out of the lines. And then once those are dry, then I would get this lined up at a 90 and glue this one down. If you need to move them or to poke a new hole, it's very easy to do. It's styrofoam, so very easy to do. Same thing with the parking lot light here. All you need to do is put a dab of Gorilla Wood Glue in that hole and then just make sure it's at a 90-degree vertical, and same thing with the basketball hoop. So it's very easy to install them. The only concern is just, hoping that the telephone lines don't get tangled up. Other than that, the building, the tires, the trash can, the car, the accessories, they're all going to be loose. So you can decide how you want them oriented on the diorama. Same thing with the Cadillac. You can put it wherever you want. Technically, you could put the tree wherever you want. But that's basically it. So this will be posted up tomorrow afternoon on eBay, and it'll be interesting to see how this one compares to some of the others that I've listed and sold. I think whoever wins this one is getting a very good diorama. A lot of time and a lot of attention to detail went into this one. And so I think, hopefully someone will get it that appreciates it and that'll put it to good use. The only thing is the people are not included, so you will have to purchase the figures. You can get those off eBay. These are American Diorama, 1:64 scale, and I think this is a mix. A couple of these are from a car meet, I think. One or two of these are from a lowrider release, so you'll just have to pick out whichever one you want. They even have a auto mechanics one, so you could get one of those if you choose. But yeah, you'll get the table, you'll get the pallet. The AC window unit is attached, so you don't have to worry about that. You will get the drums. You do get the cart with the air compressor. You get the cherry picker, the battery charger. You get the hydraulic jack, as well as the spotlight in the background there. All of that is included, as well as the basketball hoops. Basically everything that you see is included except the people. So anyways, that's it. If you have any questions, contact me on Instagram at Optical Ruse. And if you're interested, just be on the lookout tomorrow afternoon. All you'll have to do is just search 164 handmade diorama. That's how it'll come up. The two vehicles that are going to be included is the Cadillac. I'm also going to include the Auto World F-150. Gotta have a shop truck for the shop. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will holler at the next video.